Hi, Online Art 30 students. Mr. Marchenko here. Just wanting to say hi and welcome to a new semester. I'm excited to help you explore art and to keep developing your critical and creative thinking skills. And I'm especially excited to see the fantastic artwork that I know you're going to create. Just want to encourage you to look at the course information section of our course in Schoology, where you'll find information on the program of studies and the materials that I recommend you acquire for the course. There's information on assessment and due dates. So take a look at that. You might be interested in looking at the program of studies just to see how the Art 30 course is really focused on having the student develop their own artistic voice, or style is the term that's used a lot in many of the learner outcomes. So developing your own sense of artistic style. What that means is that you'll have quite a bit of freedom in terms of the treatment of subject matter that you use, the media that you use, and the general approach that you go about with each project. Many of the projects will have some parameters in order to provide you guidance and make it a little bit easier for you to come up with concepts and to develop ideas. But especially compared to, say, Art 10, you'll find that the Art 30 course gives you a lot more artistic freedom, and that's on purpose so that you can really let your own voice and your sense of style shine in your artwork. Do your best at acquiring materials. Sometimes it's hard if you're not taking art in person in school. If you should definitely have a sketchbook in order to work out ideas and do your brainstorming and just plan compositions through thumbnail sketches. Projects can be done on whatever material you wish. I mean, paper is probably the easiest, and if you're going to use paper, I always recommend paper like Mayfair, Academia, Stonehenge. You'll see those papers in a lot of the assignments. Now, those papers can't really be purchased at places like Walmart, Michaels, or Dollarama, but they can be purchased at Alberta Art and Drafting. I think that's what it's called, downtown Red Deer. There's an art store downtown Red Deer, Alberta Art and Drafting, and they have really great art supplies, but especially like specialized papers. Michaels has great art supplies too, but their paper comes mainly in the form of sketchbooks. So for instance, if you wanted to get like a watercolor pad like this wouldn't be too bad, but I would get the largest one possible. And then in terms of like maybe you're going to paint with acrylic, or you're going to use marker, colored pencil, pastel. Well, if you can't find Stonehenge, Mayfair, or Academia, even poster board is fine. It's a good weight and it has a good tooth. And of course, you can find poster board at places like Dollarama. So it's very affordable, and you don't have to use an entire sheet of poster board. You could cut it down. The other thing I would encourage you to do is, if you're a student at St. Joseph, you can come and see me, and I'll do my best at providing you with supplies like paper. And if you're a student at Notre Dame, I'm sure Mrs. Coquelicchio would do the same. I'm sure she wouldn't mind sparing, one or two sheets of art paper. In terms of brushes, you don't have to have a lot of brushes, but you will be working with acrylic paint. I'll always try to give you a heads up in terms of like what materials you need. So, because it's not like you have to go out and buy all the materials all now at the beginning of the course. So like for the first project that we're going to explore, I want you to use acrylic paint. So, see what you can do to acquire that. And in terms of brushes, you don't need many. You can get by with just like maybe 3 brushes, like a 1-inch flat, which would be a large brush, maybe a half-inch flat, and then I love these 1/4-inch brushes, and especially these ones. This one's an angle shader, so the bristles are cut at an angle, which really helps to get into tight spaces. For watercolor, same thing. You don't need a lot of brushes. Maybe you have a 1-inch flat brush for laying down washes, maybe a 1/2-inch flat brush for laying down washes too. And then I really love using round brushes when I paint with watercolor. So this larger one is a number 10 or 12. Well, I guess it's a 14, but a 10 or 12 is a good size round brush. And then this smaller one is a number 6. So, if you're going to be working on paintings that are this size, you don't need brushes that are too big. Okay. And then other than that, use the materials that you might have at home, and maybe you want to just keep exploring. I guess I did say that you'll have a lot of choice in terms of subject matter, treatment of subject matter and media, but sometimes I will be asking you to use this particular medium, maybe because it kind of fits with the goals I have in mind for the project. So like for this first project, I think I want to see what you can do with acrylic paint, because it's kind of based on some paintings that I've come across, but it's going to start as a drawing, as a lot of art projects do. Okay, finally, don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you message me in Schoology, I get a notification in email, in our Gmail, but if you just want to directly email me, that's fine too, because it's all connected, so feel free, because I'm always on my email, so an email is fine. And that's if you have questions about an assignment, or maybe you want a request for us to meet, like a Google Meet, because maybe you need some clarification, or you want me to do a demo or something, or maybe you have you want to ask about an extension maybe on a project because you need a little bit more time. You'll find that I rely a lot on videos, because I'm not with you, so if I have something to show you, I have videos that I've made, or I'll make a video. So there'll be videos embedded into your lessons, which are just linked to my YouTube channel. And other than that, the lessons, or the project outlines will be the type where you read through them. Sometimes I do a kind of an audio, like I'll speak through a project outline, but often it's just you reading through some Google Slides. And I make them really easy to follow and to understand. There's always good exemplars, and you can see the project rubric embedded right into the lesson. And the last thing I want to say is that for submitting assignments, you'll be taking photos and submitting them right into Schoology, just the JPEGs. You don't need to put the photos on a Google Doc or anything. Just submit the JPEGs, but try to take the best quality photos you can. So under good lighting, with your phone is a good camera. You just use your phone, but get nice and close and try to have nothing in the photo except the artwork, or maybe a little bit of the surroundings in the environment. But I really want to see all the wonderful things you've done with your art, and so the better the photo is, the more details I can see, and it's your advantage to submit those types of good quality photos. All right, I'm here to help, and I'm excited to explore art with you, and I hope you have a great semester. Take care.